This is the Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals. The Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals on Fox 9 is sponsored by Bordas and Bordas, WMC Tri-State Medical Group, Window World, Wendy's, and WVU Reynolds Memorial Hospital.
Good evening. You're looking at Harrison Central High School, the new Harrison Central High School, overlooking Wagner Field as we get set for a Week 3 Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week matchup between the Harrison Central Huskies and the Bellaire Big Reds. I'm Rob Metzger, joined by the coach Rich Walensky, getting set for a warm Week 3 matchup here in Cadiz.
It is not only warm, it is steaming. I'll tell you, these young guys playing on this artificial turf, that's going to make it even hotter for them. I hope that they've been hydrating all week and make sure that they hydrate during the course of the game. I look for Bellaire, maybe to have a little edge in this game. They have 68 kids on their roster. Harrison has only 35, but 4 of those guys are not dressed tonight, so they have 31 guys that are ready to play. So we're going to, watch this, and I'm sure that the officials will take, some official timeouts to make sure that the kids are getting hydrated and get a chance to get some water.
All right, getting set for kickoff. The Bellaire Big Reds. Head coach Mark Spigarelli will receive. Harrison Central will kick off to get things started. Jace Madzai, the freshman, will tee things up. Harrison Central 0-2 on the season, while the Big Reds sit at 1-1. Both teams with a common opponent so far, Garaway. Harrison lost to Garaway here in Week 1, 49-13. Last Saturday, Bellaire dropped a 1-point game to the Pirates, 14-13. We are underway at Wagner Field. A.J. McCarthy with some room to run up the middle on the return. And A.J. McCarthy off to the races. 10-5, touchdown Big Reds.
Wow, what a way to start the game. Immediate fireworks. It's A.J. McCarthy on the Bordas to Bordas replay. It's short squib kick. He picked it up clean, found a little lane right there. And I'll tell you, nobody put a hand on him. Kicker tried to get something, but couldn't do it. And A.J. McCarthy takes it the distance for a Bellaire score.
70-yard return on the touchdown to get things going. And the Big Reds now on to attempt the extra point. Cole Porter to kick it. And the attempt is up, and this one is no good. So no good on the extra point try. 11:48 to go. Just 12 seconds into this one. And Bellaire has a 6-0 lead on the Harrison Central Huskies. As I mentioned, both teams, common opponent, Garaway. They each lost to the Pirates. So last week, Bellaire, a 1-point loss to the now 2-0 Pirates. Mark Spigarelli, the head coach of the Bellaire Big Reds, in his 4th season leading the Big Reds program. They went to the playoffs last year, beat Martins Ferry in Week 11 before bowing out to a very good Johnstown Monroe squad. Harrison Central 4-6 last year under now 2nd year head coach Anthony Hayes. A look at the Bellaire marching band. Lots to cheer about and play for right now here early on.
They sure do. I'll tell you, that extra point, that's what hurt them last week against Garaway. Right. They lost 14-13. They weren't able to convert on the conversion kick, and they didn't do it this time again. So they're leading right here very quickly, 6-0. With a 70-yard kickoff return by A.J. McCarthy from Bellaire.
Now the Big Reds will tee things up and kick it away to the Huskies to see what Harrison Central can do to answer that early. Big Reds return for a touchdown. And Bobby Roth boots it away.
Nice kick down inside the 5.
Absolutely. On the return for the Huskies, up past the 20. A nice return. And here comes the Huskies up across the 40. It's Trevor Carmen on the return. So he gives Harrison Central some nice field position to start things out.
I'll tell you, that was a nice return. It looked like Bellaire had it pretty well covered with their special teams. They had 3 guys down there, but ball carrier was able to run past them, all 3 of them, and get down into good field position at about the 43-yard line.
43-yard line. First down and 10 for the Huskies, and quarterback Kobe Mitchell, who's back in the lineup, missed the second half last week at Toronto with an injury. They're going to run it here on first down, trying to stretch it out, and Trace and Sechrest on the stop. That's Colt Sechrest on the stop for the Bellaire Big Reds, the younger brother of Trace Sechrest, All-Ohio linebacker. And a look at it again on your Bordas and Bordas replay.
Here it is, good inside-out position. Showed some real nice speed coming from the inside right there. That was number 43, as you pointed out, Colt Sechrest. 6'4", 220-pound linebacker.
And Sechrest, Colt Sechrest, a sophomore. Brother Trace, a senior. Second down for the Huskies. Mitchell to throw, complete. They'll pick up a few yards with the completion to Jonathan Vermillion.
Jonathan Vermillion, nice size. He's the tight end, 6'4", 180 pounds.
And here's a look at your Harrison Central starting lineup offensively. Mitchell, Tucker Coltrap in the backfield, Cale McAfee, Clayton Nunez, Trevor Carmen, Vermillion the tight end, and up front you got Matthew Smith, Heath Pizzino, Hayden Stahl, Mark Smith, and Ronald Pauly. It is now third down and 5 for Harrison Central. Mitchell hit as he throws.
Ooh, almost intercepted.
Incomplete.
That intended receiver
Carmen.
was number 5, Trevor Carmen. Trying to run a little hitch pattern, find the open spot in that zone. But Bellaire had it fairly well covered.
And that defense, including Quentin Baker, Andrew Kolenich, Levi Littell, Connor Rosen up front, Colt and Trace Sechrest at linebacker, Trenton Wilson, Cody Alba, A.J. McCarthy, Ray Pettigrew, and Cole Porter in the secondary. So Huskies in punt formation, fourth down and 5. Mitchell handling the punting duties for Anthony Hayes' squad. Gets it away.
Nice kick.
Porter will take it at the 21-yard line, looking for a return. And taken down at the 30-yard line. We'll take a timeout. 10-10 to go in the opening quarter. Big Reds with the 6-0 lead on Harrison Central. 6-0 Bellaire leads it on a kickoff return for a touchdown to open things up. Big Reds offense has it now. Bobby Roth hands it off, and the Harrison Central defense up to the challenge on the first offensive play.
I tell you, based upon what we see here on their first defensive series for Harrison Central, they've got everybody up near the line of scrimmage. They want to force Bellaire to throw the football because they're a very, very strong running team. Their tailback is really a very, very good
Cole Porter last year.
Porter.
School record for rushing yards in a season.
Yep.
Here they're looking to throw it. Bobby Roth, high and incomplete. Now Roth, he's had some success throwing it so far the first couple weeks. 18-30, 218 yards against Garaway last week. He was 13-24, 169 yards in the air and 2 touchdowns in the opener at River in week 1. The Bellaire starting lineup offensively, including Roth at quarterback, Porter and Cody Alba in the backfield, Trenton Wilson, A.J. McCarthy at receiver, Colt Sechrest at tight end, Levi Littell, Chase Nolan, Andrew Kolenich, Luke Farmer, and Connor Rosen up front. A veteran offensive line for the Big Reds. Facing a third down, drop back again. Roth steps up, throws, leap, and it's intercepted by Trevor Carmen. Trevor Carmen comes up with the pick, and the Huskies will get the ball at midfield.
That was intended for Trenton Wilson, number 8, the wide receiver. You can see he's going to run a little double post, running an inside out with the wide receiver. Off his hands, and a good interception, good concentration on the ball by number 5 for Harrison Central. That was Trevor Carmen.
Here's Mitchell looking to Carmen.
Ooh.
In and out of the hands, incomplete. Sometimes you start wanting to pick up the extra yards before you have it.
That's right.
Carmen with the interception to give the Huskies the ball here near midfield. The ball at the 49-yard line of Bellaire. Second down and 10. Huskies last week fell at Toronto 19-12. As I mentioned, played the second half without Kobe Mitchell, who was injured. He had 142 pass yards when he was in there in the opening half. Tucker Coltrap ran for 44 yards and a score against the Red Knights. And that will be
That
Brooks
time
on the carry.
Harrison tried to run an inside trap play with the fullback. They have one of the wingbacks in motion. And nothing doing. Held for no gain. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Huskies looking to take advantage of the interception near midfield, trailing 6-0. Carmen out wide top side. Huskies in a wing attack and looking to throw it here as Mitchell gets rid of it.
Oh.
Had a man looking for Vermillion. Incomplete. There's a flag down near midfield. So a flag down. Roughing the passer against the Big Reds.
That's going to give Harrison a 1st down. It's a 15-yard penalty. So instead of Harrison getting off the field after 3 and out, having a fresh new set of downs. 1st and 10 inside the Bellaire 40-yard line at about the 39-yard line. There's a deep crossing pattern by the tight end from Harrison. Number 34 was the intended receiver, Jonathan Vermillion. He's a big target, 6'4", 180.
Caleb Cowens checks into the backfield and will toss it to Clayton Nunez. And Nunez, nice pickup, but then he is hit just before reaching the 30-yard line.
Nice job by Bellaire's perimeter defense that time. They were able to string that out and give the inside linebackers from Bellaire a chance to get that from the inside out. Here
Colt
it is right
Sechrest.
here. Inside linebacker
Colt
really
Sechrest
drifting to the ball very well.
Took him down, and also a little help there from Cole Porter. So now 2nd down and 7, pick up a 3.
James Brook checks into the game, number 7.
Nunez stacked up and maybe a gain of 1 before being taken down by the Big Reds defense.
That was number 31 on the tackle. That was Trace Sechrest, and had left the game holding his right arm. So I'm looking at him on the sideline. He's in some pain over there.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 6 for.
Yeah, they can ill afford to lose him. He's a 2-time All-State linebacker.
They'll swing it out complete to McAfee, and McAfee taken down by Trenton Wilson.
He's going to have the 1st down.
Right by that 1st down marker.
Nice call that time by the Harrison Central offensive staff. That Kobe Mitchell that rolled to his left and then threw a screen pass back here to the right. And so nice job by Kobe Mitchell and the whole offensive line of Harrison Central. Got themselves a 1st down inside the 30 at about the 39.5-yard line.
PNC Bank 1st down and 10.
Three wide receivers left. There's a real quick screen.
And it's completed, and looking to gain some extra yards up across the 20-yard line was Nunez.
Good job by Nunez running after the catch. Did a good job. It's a quick screen out to the left.
Nunez, the backup quarterback, played the 2nd half at QB last week at Toronto.
He's a transfer from Oklahoma.
Came to the school during last school year, and family now in the area. And he has been a very welcome addition to the Huskies program, talking to Anthony Hayes before the ball game. He stepped up and played quarterback, as I mentioned, last week in the 2nd half. 2nd down and 5. McAfee on the carry.
Nice.
Picking up some positive yards up to the 15. About a yard short of the 1st down marker to bring up 3rd down and short.
Nice job by McAfee that time. He was able to plant that outside foot, make a cut up field, saw a little running lane, was able to get it up down to about the 15-yard line of Bellaire. So it's going to be 3rd and about 1.
Third down and 1 for the Huskies, and a timeout going to be called by Harrison Central. So we'll talk things over here as they are threatening to even things up. We're going to take a timeout. 5:38 to go in the opening quarter. Bellaire leading the Harrison Central Huskies 6-0. We'll be right back. $6-0 is your score. Bellaire leading Harrison Central. The Big Reds scored on a 72-yard touchdown on the opening kickoff. Harrison Central got the football back on a pick near midfield. Coming out of the timeout, it's 3rd down and 1 for the Huskies. Vince Patrone is the linebacker who is in there, was in there for Sechrest. But Sechrest is back into the lineup and makes his presence felt as he's in on that stop.
That's going to be close. I think he may be a little short, Rob.
I believe he is. From
trying to run the same power off tackle. They're going to measure it.
It will be an official measurement, but as I mentioned, Trey Sechrest back in there. In on that stop for the Big Reds as we have the officials timeout for the measurement. Bellaire has won 3 straight games in this series. We've had some very good games over the past few years when these two teams have gotten together. Last year on a Saturday afternoon at Nelson Field, Bellaire picked up a 14-7 win. And there's a look at the chain gang bringing the chains out. And as you mentioned, Coach,
short,
just a bit
about
short.
half a yard.
Certainly a spot where you would think they'll try to get a little push and pick up the first down.
Absolutely. I'm sure Coach Hayes, is going to call something off tackle. We'll see. We haven't seen Kobe Mitchell run the ball yet. We'll see if this may be a spot where he can out of that shotgun formation.
See how they line it up here. Coming up with the 4th down and less than a yard. Anthony Hayes. Second year as head coach. Mitchell will keep.
He got it.
Skips ahead, and he does pick up the first down. So Mitchell will keep. Mitchell, just a junior, coming off a very strong sophomore season.
Yes.
He's already scored 1,000 points in basketball as well in 2 years of varsity action.
I've been told that he's a wonderful basketball player. But as a quarterback last year as a sophomore, he threw for 1,682 yards and 17 touchdowns. And not only is he a threat to throw the ball, he's also a threat to run.
And there he is, running the football.
Does the wise thing. Instead of taking the hit, he just takes the slide after a gain of about 5. It's a good positive gain on first down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. Be 2nd and 5. They can get a first down at about the 3.
Sucker Colt trap. Checks into the backfield. McAfee takes the handoff. McAfee upfield. Is he in? Yes, he is.
Yes,
Touchdown,
he is.
Huskies. Cale McAfee.
That's about the 3rd or 4th time they've run that play, Rob, and they've run it really successful. Here it is right here. Good job blocking by the right side of that offensive line of Harrison. And you can see right there, number 4, Cale McAfee taking it in for the score from about the 8-yard line.
The extra point would put the Huskies ahead here with 4:40 to go in the opening quarter. Carmen will hold.
Jace Madzai will be the kicker.
Trouble on the snap. Carmen has to pick it up. He's hit as he throws. Ball still loose. And we're going to have a tie ball game here at 6 with 4:40 to go in the opening quarter. We'll take a timeout. 6-all, your score here from Wagner Field. All your score. Harrison Central has evened things up. They take advantage of the Bellaire turnover and turn it into points. Here is that turnover, the interception hauled in by Trevor Carmen, and the Huskies offense goes to work, aided by a roughing the passer call to get them a first down. They pick up a run there by Clayton Nunez, and then Kobe Mitchell out to Cale McAfee. They would face a 4th down and short on this drive. They'd pick that up and eventually get the touchdown by McAfee. Here's another return, a big return for the Big Reds up to the 40. yard line. Andrew Kalenich.
Andrew Kalenich, he's a lineman. 6 foot, 195 pounds. He fielded that very cleanly and again found a little opening and was able to get it upfield in excellent field position for Bellaire on Harrison's 42-yard line. So good field position for Bellaire. Harrison has done a good job keeping the ball away from Bellaire. They've really dominated the time of possession here. Belaire's only had 3 offensive downs.
Of course, they scored on the opening kickoff, and that the only point so far for the Big Reds. Will go back to work here. Here's Porter, and he taken down by a host of Huskies.
It's going to be difficult for Bellaire to run in between the tackles because Harrison Central is really loaded up at the line of scrimmage. They've got everybody within 4 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Here's a Harrison Central defense, including Mark Smith, Bryce Wade, Albert Taylor, Jonathan Vermillion up front. The linebackers, Colt Trapp, Heath Pizzino, James Brooks, Kobe Mitchell, Trevor Carmen, McAfee, and Nunez, your defensive backs. It is second down. And Roth looking to pass. He has Sechrest open. Trey Sechrest first down and more. Trey Sechrest down inside the 15-yard line.
Okay, here's the problem with Harrison Central's defense. They're playing man-to-man defense on Belaire's wide receivers, so they have 3 defensive backs on Belaire's 3 wide receivers. Everybody else is packed in to stop the run. That time Roth faked and then had a back come out of the backfield. No one accounted for him. He was wide open. Roth completed the pass and was able to take the ball down inside the 10. I'm sorry, inside the 15.
And PNC Bank first down and 10. Ball at the 14-yard line. Roth under center. Hands it off to Porter. Porter picking his way through up to the 6.
Good gain on first down of about 6 or 7 yards. Call it 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. Ball's on the 6-yard line.
Second down and 3. Cody Slater out wide for the Big Reds to the near side. They're going to hand it off. Near the first down mark. They could, as we mentioned, get a first down before getting into the end zone.
They're going to be short a little bit, I think. So it's going to be 3rd and less than 1.
They're just shorts.
Bellaire is not going to give up on that running game either. What they'll try to do, Rob, is just wear down Harrison Central's defense. They'll just keep pounding on because they're, Bellaire is really big up front in their offensive line.
Absolutely. Andrew Littell in at a tight end for the Big Reds. Handed off to Porter. Porter up across the 5. He's got the first down.
When you look at that offensive line of Bellaire, you got Levi Littell, 6'3", 275. Chase Nolan, 5'10", 255. Andrew Kalenich, 6 foot, 195. Luke Farmer, 5'10", 190. And Connor Rosen, 6'1", 240. So they're big.
First and goal at the 4 for the Big Reds. Had some good field position off the kick return to about the 40.
Double tight end, wishbone would be off, power off tackle.
Roth keeps. Bobby Roth. Is he in?
He is.
Touchdown, Big Reds. Bobby Roth takes it in for the score. He had a rushing score on Bellaire's opening drive last week against Garraway. And it's now 12-6.
Here's the replay. It's just a fake. And then Roth keeps it. Gets some blocking on the perimeter. And then once he gets close, he's able to break a tackle and take it into the end zone.
Look to attach the extra points. This time the kick is up and through the uprights by Cole Porter. It's now 13-6. Bellaire leads the Huskies by a touchdown. I want to thank Howard L. Bowers Contracting Company Incorporated for hauling our brand new HD production trailer to the site tonight here in Cadiz. Thanks again for helping us get to where we need to be and bring you this high definition broadcast via our new production trailer.
I'll tell you what a nice trailer that really is. It's so technologically advanced compared to you know, the old trailer that they used to have. And all of those guys down there in the trailer
do a great job.
Great job.
Absolutely.
Really good job.
Well, here in Cadiz, it's 13-6. Bellaire takes the lead, driving the ball about 40 yards in for the touchdown after the 4-yard Bobby Roth keeper. 13-6. And Roth will get set to kick it away to the Huskies, who came up with a nice return last time they had a chance.
Nice kick.
Yeah, Carmen will take it at the 10. He's at the 20. Hit hard at the 25-yard line.
Good coverage that time. Number 5 for Bellaire was the first guy down there. That's Jake Stoltz, senior, 5'9", 185. Good job by Bellaire's coverage team on the kickoff.
Here it is again on the replay. Also in there for Bellaire, Vince Patrone and Cody Aubaugh.
Yep. Good coverage.
Huskies have it. First down and 10. Ball will be placed at the 26-yard line. Huskies look to answer the Big Red score here on a warm Friday the 13th.
There's a penalty against Harrison.
I saw them looking to sort that out there.
Taking it back 15 yards. I think it was a personal foul penalty that the referee signaled.
And that comes after the big hit by the Big Reds. So ball now back at the 13-yard line. First down and 10.
Ooh.
A big hit by the Big Reds defense. Trace Sechrest in on the stop. Two-time All-Ohioan at linebacker. Look at it again on your Bordas and Bordas replay. Had a little help there as well.
That
number 13, Quentin Baker.
Did a good job getting penetration and stopping that for a short gain. Call it, well, hardly anything, so we'll call it 2nd and 10 again.
Baker and Sechrest in there. We'll give him a yard, 2nd down and 9. Mitchell looking to swing it out to Nunez, and he looks to get around the edge, taken out by Porter and Wilson. He does blocks downfield. Here's a look at the replay from field level.
Number 3, Cole Porter, does a good job.
Played
and also
off that
number 8 coming from the inside out. That's Trenton Wilson doing a good job of playing that quick screen, quick bubble screen to the outside.
3rd down and 6. For the Huskies, 20 seconds and counting here in the opening quarter. Play clock is at 5. Mitchell drops back, fires, complete, first down and more. Carmen gets through, he's at midfield. Looking to break it outside, down inside the 25-yard line. The final play of the opening quarter, a huge pickup for the Huskies. Mitchell finding Trevor Carmen.
Tell you what, a great job by Trevor Carmen. He wasn't going to go down. It was a good throw by Mitchell, good reception, and a great job of running with the ball after the catch.
We'll see if the Huskies can take advantage of the big play when we return. 1 quarter.
The Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals on Fox 9 is sponsored by Trinity Health System, Belmont Savings Bank, West Liberty University, and Casey and Chapman.
Big play to end the first quarter has the Huskies in business. 1st and 10 now at the Bellaire 24-yard line with the Big Reds leading the Huskies 13-6. That was a big play.
That was an excellent play.
Mitchell.
It was just a short pass, short hitch pattern for the first down. But then he broke a tackle and was able to really add some yardage to it. Here it is right here. Right there, he breaks 2 tackles.
And then a foot race.
Then jukes another defensive back.
Pettigrew's going to chase him down eventually.
And give credit to Pettigrew, number 22 for Bellaire.
Mitchell airs it out. Incomplete, smart move, gets rid of it. Second down and 10 upcoming here early on in the second quarter, with Bellaire leading 13-6.
See if Bellaire goes back to that power off tackle that they had some success with on their last series. They ran it about 4 times and were able to get positive yardage on it every time. They set one of their wing backs in motion, fake to the fullback, and then hand off to the running back.
A look at Mitchell. Well, also had a touchdown pass in the opener here against Garraway in week 1. Looking to throw it.
Ooh,
incomplete.
Intended receiver was Clayton Nunes, and he really wasn't looking for the ball. He was trying to get into the seam between the cornerback and the safety. And he was open, but Mitchell got it to him before he was able to look for the ball. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
Clock stops, 11:54 early on here in the second quarter.
This is 4-down territory for Harrison.
We'll spread things out a little here. 2 receivers set each side. And Mitchell has some time. Now he's going to spin out of trouble. Gets rid of it. Hit. Taken to the turf by Trace Sechrest. Helped up as well. And it's going to be 4th down and 10.
Good job of getting rid of the ball instead of taking the sack. So good thinking on the part of Kobe Mitchell. 4th down and 10. They haven't attempted a run since they got down here after that nice completion and run after the catch by Harrison. They put it in the air 3 times in a row.
4th down upcoming for the Huskies. Mitchell gets some pressure immediately. Steps up, throws, end zone, caught! Carmen! Touchdown Huskies!
No flags. I'll tell you, what a great throw.
On 4th down, nonetheless.
Bought himself some time.
Mitchell to Carmen. Let's look at it again on your Bordas and Bordas replay.
Trevor Carmen. There he escapes one. And Carmen just kept with his pattern. And Mitchell was able to find him.
Madzai's extra point is good. We're tied again with 11:38 to go in the second quarter. Huskies, Big Reds, tied up in Cadiz.
Corner of 34th and Belmont Street in Bellaire, Ohio. Grab some pizza, a calzone, or a tasty pepperoni roll at Lil Gerardo's Pizza. Open Tuesday through Saturday. Half trays of pizza only $12 every Wednesday. Buy a delicious treat at Unique Treats by Jackie. Now open Wednesday through Friday 10 to 7 and Saturday through Sunday 12 to 4. Or chronicle your most precious memories with Max Snaps Photography. Let Max Snaps capture your favorite special moments. Shop local at the corner of 34th and Belmont Street in Bellaire, Ohio.
At Wagner Field in Cadiz, 13-all as the Huskies answer the Big Reds score. Big play on 4th down.
It sure was, and I'll tell you, give Kobe Mitchell credit, and also give number 5, Trevor Carmen, a lot of credit. Also made a really nice catch in the end zone. Harrison Central hanging in there, doing a good job. Passing game looks sound, mixing in the run. So, you know, Coach Hayes and his staff has a good game plan going into this game.
And the kick. Big Reds retreat back to the 14. Here's the return. Nunes right there for a nice stop on that return. Jake Stoltz is on the return for Bellaire. There's a flag down. Maybe be a sideline warning.
Sideline warning or an offside.
Down at the 40. So we await the call. It is a sideline warning.
Yeah, sideline warning.
Seemed awfully close there. I figure that might be the call.
And I'll tell you, there's an awful lot of room on the sideline, so there really is no reason why they should have a sideline warning. There's plenty of room on both sidelines.
1st and 10. Ball at the 26-yard line. Roth under center. Throws, and it's almost intercepted.
Wow. Kobe Mitchell made a quick break on that. They're trying to run a quick hitch pattern, and Kobe Mitchell really jumped that route. Here it is on the replay, Bordas replay. Wow.
Looking for McCarthy there.
Yep.
2nd down and 10 for the Big Reds in this tie ball game. Toss to Cole Porter, and Porter looks that he will. Turns it on. He's got the 1st down and more. Cole Porter across midfield, running hard up to the 37-yard line.
Well, that's the first time they've tried to attack the outside, and they did it very successfully. Here it is on a replay. Just a power sweep into the wide side of the field. And once Porter makes that cut, he shows a little bit of speed once he gets to the sideline. And, some really nice blocking downfield by the wide receiver also.
So that'll be a PNC Bank 1st down and 10. Big Reds, 2 receivers set here to the near sideline. And they're going to run it again.
That was Sechrest that time, the fullback. Looks like he wasn't going to get too much, but he kept his feet moving and picked it up for a gain of about 4, so we'll bring up 2nd and 6 or maybe 2nd and 5.
And Cody Albaugh in there at fullback.
2nd and 5.
That's Albaugh in there at fullback right now.
I'm sorry, I thought it was Sechrest, but it's number 16.
They rotate those guys in and out.
Cody Albaugh.
Albaugh again at fullback. Porter tailback. Roth under center. Step back, throw, looking for Wilson. Trenton Wilson, jump ball. It was deflected and incomplete. On the coverage was Carmen, who had the touchdown catch for the Huskies.
Yeah, nice coverage that time. But Roth threw it up there, gave his wide receiver a chance to make a play on the ball.
Look again at it on your Bordas and Bordas replay.
That was number 8, Trenton Wilson.
So 3rd down upcoming for the Big Reds.
3rd and 5.
Roth gets rid of it. In and out of the hands, another deflection. They were looking for Sechrest out of the backfield. And on the coverage, Heath Pizzino. Look at it again. Bordas and Bordas replay from field level.
Little waggle action right here, bootleg. And that ball was tipped by number 51.
Tipped by Mark Smith.
Yeah,
yes, Mark
did a good job getting his hand up.
More from Mark Smith at halftime.
4th and 5, and it looks like Bellaire's going to go for it. The ball is on about the Harrison 33-yard line.
Yeah, 4th down and 5. Wilson and McCarthy, your receivers out here to the near sideline. Single receiver set up top near the Bellaire sideline. And Roth in trouble on 4th down, tries to get rid of it to Sechrest. The whistle was blown. See, he looked to get rid of it to Sechrest.
Yeah, they called his progress stopped. But I'll tell you, good push that time by Harrison Central's defense. They got to Roth very, very quickly. Were able to sack him on 4th down.
He was still up, but obviously they thought the forward progress had been stopped. He saw Sechrest and pitched it back to him, trying to make something out of nothing. But it's Harrison Central football now.
Harrison Central has done a good job. They've moved the ball. They haven't kicked it. They haven't had to punt it yet.
1st down and 10. Just back to the original line of scrimmage. Brooks on the carry.
Just nowhere to run. When you run straight ahead and trying to run for the tackles in against Bellaire's defense, it's very, very difficult to gain anything in there because of the big size advantage that Bellaire has inside there. Bellaire's defense, big number 52 in there. That is Chase Nolan, 5'10", 255.
2nd and 10. Play clock at 6. And Mitchell will roll. Throw across the middle, picked off by Colt Sechrest. Sechrest hauls it in with one hand, and the Big Reds will have the football at the Harrison Central 38-yard line.
I'll tell you, what a nice job that time by Sechrest. Made that interception with one hand. You can see here, and the other Sechrest was the one putting on the pressure. And you never want to throw late back toward the middle, and that's exactly what Mitchell did that time, threw the interception. So Bellaire in operations again at about the 39-yard line of Harrison Central, 1st and 10.
Big Reds looking to take advantage of the interception. Here's Porter. Turns the corner up to the 45.
It's the same play they had so much success with on their last series on a big gainer. And this time it was a short gain of about 3, bring up 2nd and 7. Harrison doing a good job defensively, making Bellaire earn every yard.
Marshall Fish, one of the receivers, in to the near side, and they're going to hand it off to Porter.
There's a flag, I think,
coming in.
Running in there. I think it's a holding call that'll go against Bellaire. That's the initial signal, holding against Bellaire. That'll be 10 yards.
So we'll back him up to the 45-yard line.
2nd and about 16.
Roth. Look up to set the screen, it looks like, and finds Porter. And Porter looking to make a move, spins out of it. Takes it up near the 40, so a couple yards short of the original line of scrimmage. But Porter certainly made something out of what looked to possibly be nothing there.
Tell you, Harrison had that covered fairly well. They had a defender out there near the screen. It was number 34, big defensive end for Harrison.
3rd down and 12 for Bellaire. They'll send 3 receivers out now here to this near side. And a flag.
I think we're going to see Bellaire lined up in the neutral zone. I think their inside receiver was lined up offside.
So back them up 5 yards. 3rd down and 17. Third down and 17 for the Big Reds in a tie ball game here in Cadiz. Plenty of time for Roth. Fires across.
Behind the receiver.
Looking for Wilson. So upcoming 4th down.
Had a little daylight right there, but the ball went behind the receiver. And no chance for a catch. Bring up 4th down. And
4th down. Punt formation for the Big Reds. Carmen will go back deep along with McAfee. Will stand at about the 16-yard line.
High kick, nice kick.
Roth punts. Fair catch called for at the 15. So tie ball game, 7:18 to go in the 2nd quarter. We'll take a quick timeout here from Wagner Field.
But a good job by the defensive end also, number 64. T.J. Bell.
Punt formation for the Huskies. Kobe Mitchell handling the punting duties. Big Reds 3 back deep standing at midfield. Fields it on the hop is A.J. McCarthy, who had the opening return for a touchdown on the kickoff. And here goes McCarthy again. Still on his feet, makes a move inside the 35-yard line.
Hey, very elusive. Good job.
We'll take a timeout. 5:30 to go in the second quarter. We're still tied up at 13. Back to action, tied at 13. Roth fires, incomplete.
He had some guys open. Number 31 was Sechrest coming across the middle. He was open. They had 3 levels of receivers, one long, one short, one medium. And the medium receiver was open, but just couldn't get him the ball. Goes incomplete on that bootleg play. So being up 2nd and 10. And really good field position again for Bellaire at about Harrison's 32-yard line.
Let's see if they can take advantage here.
This is the 3rd consecutive series they've had with inside the 35-yard line of Harrison.
Delayed handoff and draw. Here is Porter. Keep those legs moving. He's going to get it across the 30-yard line. Colt trap will bring him down. 3rd down upcoming. Here's a look on your Bordas and Bordas replay.
Little draw play, but a good job by Harrison Central recognizing that and able to get to Porter before he gets too many yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
See if the Huskies defense can come up with another stop here, though. This is 4-down territory, you would think.
Absolutely. For
the Big Reds. With 3 receivers set here to this near side. And Roth will fire it. It's off the mark. It's incomplete, and it's going to be 4th down. He wanted Wilson again.
Wilson was open, but the ball thrown too wide. And Bobby Roth throws a nice ball. It's just that his accuracy has not been real good so far in this game. He's had receivers open, but he just hasn't been able to get them the ball. Just missing them. You know, needs to work on his footwork a little bit and on his delivery.
Same formation, flip to the other side. They're going to swing it out. They wanted to swing it out to McCarthy. It's high and incomplete. Turnover on downs, and the Huskies will get it back once again in the tie ball game. PNC Bank, 1st down and 10 for Harrison Central and quarterback Kobe Mitchell.
I'll tell you, Harrison Central, that's the 3rd time they've dodged a bullet. They've given up really good field position to Bellaire, and Bellaire has not been able to convert. I don't even think they've had a 1st down on any of those last 3 possessions, Rob.
Unable to take advantage of the very good field position. And a tie ball game. Huskies looking for win number 1 on the season. Big Reds sitting at 1-1. So far, these two, as they normally do, play in a tight ball game. Just swings it out to McAfee. McAfee gets it inside, trying to get it back outside. He's only going to get about 2 yards out of it after the screen pass.
Good job of recognition that time by Bellaire's defensive end. That was number 64, T.J. Bell. He didn't make the tackle, but he forced it inside and gave his teammates a chance and time to recover and make the tackle for a short gain. It'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Under the 4-minute mark here in the second quarter on your Bordas and Bordas score bar. Bottom of your screen. Huskies with 2 timeouts left. Bellaire with 3. Hit immediately and driven back. Big Reds defensive front up to the task. Right there is Chase Nolan along with T.J. Bell. Come in on the stop.
Big
also
guy
helping
inside.
out Levi Littell.
Yeah, he was able to play off his block and get to the ball carrier. Holds it to no gain.
3rd down and 9 for the Huskies. And good work again by the Big Reds defensive front, including Nolan there, 5'10", 255-pound senior. Timeout called by Anthony Hayes. We'll have 1 timeout remaining in the final 3:02 of this opening half here at Wagner Field. We're tied up at 13 apiece. While we have a moment during this timeout, I want to talk to you about next week. We got Ohio State this Saturday. That's tomorrow at noon on Fox 9. The Buckeyes' Big Ten opener against the Hoosiers. That's noon on Fox 9. Now kick off another big day of college football on Fox 9. Coming out of the timeout, we got Arizona, Michigan State as well. That's 4 o'clock on Saturday. Big weekend of college football, as is normally the case. Coming out of the timeout, Anthony Hayes, the Huskies, 3rd down and 9. Mitchell, we got some time. He's going to throw, complete. 1st down to McAfee. They'll move the chains. Big play coming out of the timeout. Whatever was said, whatever was planned, worked there.
Tell you, Kobe Mitchell, he keeps things alive with his feet, and gives his receivers an opportunity to get open. And he's such a threat to run with the ball when things break down. And when that happens, those defensive backs get a little, lackadaisical, lose coverage on their receivers, and Mitchell's able to deliver the ball to them. 1st
down, Nunez hit in the backfield, taken
Great
down
job.
Immediately. Number 52, Chase Nolan.
Great job by Chase Nolan, number 52. And also, good job by the defensive end, number 64. Watch him take on that lead blocker. Boom. Forces it inside and gives his partner a chance to come from the inside.
T.J. Bell right there once again. We've called his name a couple of times. 2nd and 13, less than 2 minutes to go. Huskies have 1 timeout to work with in the remainder of this half.
2nd and 12. It's the bootleg. He's got some room.
He throws across the middle and completes to Vermillion, just short of the 1st down mark. About a yard short. Clock still moving.
I'll tell you, those crossing patterns are so hard to defend. And I'll tell you, Harrison Central's doing a good job with their tight end of running that crossing pattern and able to find those seams between the linebackers and the defensive backs. And Mitchell does a good job of being able to find them and deliver the ball on time and on target.
3rd and 1. It's 3rd down and 1. Mitchell hit, diving 40, did not make it. It's going to be 4th down. Huskies will get the football, remember, to start the 2nd half.
I'll tell you, that was a good job by Bellaire's defense. Number 31 for Bellaire.
Trey Sechrest again.
Yeah, Trey Sechrest. He did a good job. And Mitchell, trying to get to the outside on that sneak. But great pursuit by the Bellaire defense. Was able to hold it short of the 1st down marker.
Let this play clock, I'm guessing, run down, then call their final timeout.
I'm sure. There's only less than 30 seconds left to go. 7 seconds on the clock.
That'll leave about 20 seconds left in the half following this timeout. And again, like I mentioned, Bellaire obviously got the football to start things out. They returned it for a score, so the Huskies will have the football to open up the 3rd quarter. Great crowd here on hand at Wagner Field.
The Harrison Central people really turned out. There was really a nice crowd. Good attendance in the student section for Harrison Central.
We'll see some Superman gear in there, a little superhero action there.
It's almost like a picnic atmosphere.
Great atmosphere for sure.
Yeah, Bellaire.
Saw the barbecue going earlier, the smoke flying in the air. Great atmosphere for high school football here at
brought
Wagner
a good
Field.
crowd too.
Absolutely. So they'll come out of this timeout, 4th down and 1. There's 19 seconds to go until halftime. So the Huskies Looks like they'll line up here. See what they decide to do with 19 seconds on the clock, 4th down and 1. And someone jumped. I was just about to say, let's see if they can get someone to jump on sides.
Yep.
And now they've got themselves a 1st down.
They have a chance for a couple of plays here if Coach Hayes wants to do that. Defensive line coach, you always tell your people you got to move on movement. You have to read the guy in front of you, check his hand. When his hand moves, you move. You don't move on sound, you move on movement. The old mom philosophy. And I'm sure you've heard about that before, Rob.
Absolutely. 1st and 10, here we go. Mitchell swings it out to McAfee. McAfee, see if he can get out of bounds. No timeouts left for the Huskies.
He's got a 1st down, that'll stop the clock.
Briefly, they'll hurry and get lined up.
Get lined up and spike it.
Clock is stopped currently at 12 seconds. And they will spike it, so 9 seconds on the clock.
I'll tell you, he's close enough. He's inside the 25 to go. He can maybe go to the end zone.
So now 2nd down and 10 after the spike to stop the clock. Mitchell will head back out there. And a tie ball game. Vermillion and Nunez out wide to the top side. McAfee and Carmen here to the near side. Mitchell, he can fire it towards the sideline. Wow. See if they can get out of bounds. Vermillion to catch out of bounds. 3 seconds on the clock. Nice use of the sidelines right there.
Yeah.
As Vermillion makes the catch.
He's made some nice catches tonight.
6'4" sophomore.
He's the inside receiver. He just ran an inside-out route to the sideline, and a good ball delivered by Mitchell through a strike for the 1st down. 3 seconds left. They're inside the 25-yard line at about the 23.
They don't have any timeouts left, and the play clock's at 8. And they haven't broken the huddle yet. It's at 1. They didn't get it off in time.
That's a delay of game penalty.
That'll cost them 5 yards.
And Bellaire is going to take a timeout.
So the timeout called by the Big Reds. 3 seconds to go on the clock. 13-all is your score. We've had a good one here at Wagner Field thus far.
It's been a very, very good game.
Absolutely.
Harrison Central has done a good job keeping the ball away from Big Red. They've been able to maintain some drives. I'm sure, we don't know for sure, but I'm sure that the time of possession is in favor of Harrison Central. Bellaire had some chances here in the 2nd quarter. They had 3 possessions inside the 35-yard line of Harrison, and they weren't able to come up with any points whatsoever on any of those 3 possessions.
Three seconds to go in the half. 1st and 15. They're looking for the end zone. Mitchell deep.
It's going to be out of the end zone.
Back of the end zone, and no flags, and it's halftime at Wagner Field. A good one through 2 quarters of play. The Huskies and the Big Reds tied at 13. We'll be back with your Wendy's halftime report when we return. 13-all your score. Bellaire and Harrison Central all tied up here in Cadiz at Wagner Field. Excellent, tight first half of football here in week 3 of the high school football season. Let's check out your first half highlights and your Wendy's halftime report. Show you how we got to this point. We got the scoring started early. How about on the opening kickoff? A.J. McCarthy, 72 yards. Bellaire on the board, 6-0. The extra point was no good. The Huskies looking to answer, and they will. Kel McCarthy following a Trevor Carmen interception, tied up at 6. Big Reds would answer. Bobby Roth will keep, take it in for 4 yards out. It was 13-6 after a quarter. Second quarter, Huskies. Kobe Mitchell, nice throw to Trevor Carmen on 4th and 10. That's a touchdown, ties it up at 13, and that is our score here at halftime between the Huskies and the Big Reds. It's now time to introduce you to this week's WMC Tri-State Medical Network Scholar Athlete of the Week from Harrison Central. Our Kate Seifert has more.
This week's Scholar Athlete is a big player on the offensive line, but he's destined to have an even bigger impact in the future.
He's always smiling, he's always in a good mood, and he's always looking for the positives and things.
Mark Smith is a senior at Harrison Central, but once his time was up as a Husky, he has a bigger role in mind, a role he learned about from his father, and a role that he believes will help him make the biggest difference.
I really want to be like a counselor, trying to help people through their problems and stuff like that. Actually a Christian counselor, putting God into it. Inspiration from my father, actually. He does pastoring and stuff like that, so I really want to be like him pretty much. He's been a great father to me, and I want to be just like him and do the things that he does.
On the football field, you can find Mark on the offensive line, having his QB's back the same way he will have the backs of countless others in the future.
Trying to protect someone, trying to help someone, trying to help the quarterback do their job. It's the same thing in life, pretty much, trying to help each other out, trying to protect people.
His teachers are not worried about Mark reaching his big dreams, but they do say his presence in the Husky hallways will be greatly missed.
It's just him here helping everybody, and having him in the hallways, you know, the uplifting spirit and everything that he has.
He's definitely one of the leaders in his class, and he doesn't really do it as much vocally as he does by example. He sets the standard for everybody in class to follow.
Harrison Central's Mark Smith, our WMC Tri-State Medical Network Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Halftime still here at Harrison Central. Congratulations to Mark Smith on his honor, our WMC Tri-State Medical Network Scholar Athlete of the Week. 13 all here, and of course, some great games going on across the country on Thursday night lights and Friday night rivals, and we take a look at some of those from week number 2.
The standards for a quality education are rapidly expanding. Does your child possess the skills to make it in an increasingly difficult job market? Bellaire local schools answer this question from the very beginning. Starting with an increased integration of technology in the classroom, your child will expand their horizons by learning on the latest equipment technology has to offer. Our commitment to sports gives your child a leg up on important skills such as leadership and work ethic. Bellaire local schools commit to preparing your child for the current job market. At Bellaire local schools, we'll prepare your child for the future.
The Portis and Bortis Friday Night Rivals on Fox 9 is sponsored by Portis and Bortis, WMC Tri-State Medical Group, Window World, Wendy's, and WVU Reynolds Memorial Hospital.
Getting set to kick off third quarter action. The Big Reds and Bobby Roth will tee it up. We're tied at 13. Rob Metzger along with Rich Walensky. Back and forth first half for Bellaire, unable to take advantage of some opportunities
that's right.
On Harrison Central side of the field. We'll see how things go here after the halftime adjustments in the third quarter. Huskies will get the football first. And on the return, Colt trap, running hard up to the 39-yard line.
Good job by Colt trap. Gives Harrison really nice field position on their first drive of the second half near the 40-yard line. So we'll see if they can maintain their offensive prowess that they had in the first half. They really did a nice job of mixing up the run and the pass. Kobe Mitchell has done a good job of taking care of the ball. So we'll see what they're going to do here in the second half.
Huskies, PNC Bank, first down and 10.
Jet sweep.
Nunez, as the flag comes flying in out of the backfield.
That's usually a sign that somebody was holding.
And you're right.
That's the initial sign by the referee who threw the flag. So that's going to set him back 10 yards. That's going to be from the spot of the foul, too. So that's going to put him back on the 25.
So that's the 25-yard line.
First and 24.
First and 24. Upcoming here for the Huskies in this tie ball game.
Number 40 checks in. That's Caleb Cowens for Harrison at the tailback position. Double wing.
Mitchell steps up, tucks it and runs it. And a smart move will get out of bounds. Remember, he missed the second half of the last game with an injury.
That's a gain of only about 5. It looked like he was going to get more than that, and it looked like he did get more than that. But it's only 5, so it'll bring up 2nd and 19.
Anthony Hayes has to be happy that things are tight here. A chance to take the lead here on this opening drive of the third quarter. Because if you compare scores, you'd think Harrison Central's the big underdog in this game. And you compare the Garaway scores, 49-13 and 14-13. That shows you why you can't do that. You can't do that. You got to play the game. Colt trapped the run. Third down and long.
It's going to be 3rd and long. About 3rd and 16 or 17.
Clock moving here, early stages of the third quarter. Big Reds and the Huskies.
Cowens checked back into that lineup, number 40, Caleb. Usually his presence in the game dictates a pass.
Gets the playoff just in time. Mitchell looking to dance out of trouble, fires downfield, incomplete. Porter on the coverage. It's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, they're calling for pass interference, but defender just trying to make a play on the ball. There was a little bit of contact, but the ball was well overthrown. Couldn't have been caught anyway. So we'll bring up 4th and 16.
4th down for the Huskies. Mitchell drop back in punt formation, and 3 Big Reds sitting back at their own 35-yard line, including McCarthy, who took the opening kickback for a touchdown. If you're just tuning in. He went 72 yards.
Ooh,
short punt of the side of the foot out of bounds.
Wow. Ooh. Hit a cheerleader right in the head on the fly.
She seems okay.
Yeah.
Thankfully. And we're going to take a quick timeout. 13 all your score here. Third quarter at Wagner Field. 13 all. The new Harrison Central High School overlooking Wagner Field under the lights.
That's about a 7-yard punt.
So Bellaire again, some very good field position to work with here to start the quarter. Here's Porter working his way through, and he is going to pick up about 7 yards on 1st down.
Bellaire was unbalanced that time to the left, and they ran that way. So I think you're going to see, Bellaire really try to power run the football with those big backs that they have in a big offensive line.
Big number 53 helping pave the way late in that run, Connor Rose, and Mark Spigarelli, 4th year as the head coach of the Big Reds. As I mentioned, playoffs last year. And once again, Porter, 1st down yardage. He is going to be tough to bring down.
That was a tackle over that time. They had a tackle as the on the end of the line of scrimmage on the right-hand side, and that's where they ran. Picked up significant yardage, enough for the 1st down. So they're inside the 25 at about the 22-yard line of Harrison. There's an unbalanced look again over to the left.
Another run. It's Porter again, and Porter still on his feet. Down inside the 10, an impressive drive thus far with Cole Porter leading the way.
I tell you, he just wouldn't be denied. He kept those feet moving and did a good job of getting it down inside the 10-yard line for a 1st down. So it's 1st and goal inside the 10 for Bellaire here early in the third quarter. I tell you, last year Cole Porter had 288 carries for 1,610 yards and 18 touchdowns.
That's a single season school rushing yardage record. He's going to take the handoff again. Cole Porter into the end zone for the Big Reds touchdown. from 8 yards out. All Porter on the drive.
I tell you, that unbalanced look really was very, very good for Bellaire on this series. He just ran the ball 4 consecutive times and took it in for the score.
And now Porter will attempt the extra point, the hold from Jake Hetherington. Looking to make it a 7-point Big Reds lead. Kick is up.
Right down the middle.
And it's through the uprights. 8:49 to go, third quarter. Bellaire takes the lead, 22-13. And while we have a moment before the kickoff this Sunday, don't miss the Steelers home opener against the Seattle Seahawks. Catch it 1 o'clock on Fox 9. Steelers looking for a much better showing than in the opener against the Patriots last week. Also, more NFL action on Fox 9 Sunday. Following the Steelers game, you got the Saints taking on the Rams. Bellaire Big Reds have taken a 20-13 lead here at Wagner Field. This time they take advantage of the short field.
Yep, they did.
And it was Porter, 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 Porter.
Yep.
And of course, credit to the guys up front helping pave the way, but Porter certainly running hard and helping make things happen.
I'm sure Coach Hayes will have his Harrison Central defense prepared the next time Bellaire has the ball for that unbalanced line. Ooh.
Huskies on the return up across the 40. McAfee.
Again, good field position for Harrison. Well, we'll see if Harrison can answer here.
We'll see what they've got. First down and 10.
Had a big holding penalty on their last series, really set them back.
Ball at the 42. Run it straight ahead, no gain. Bellaire on defensive front right there on the spot.
Yeah, it's tough to run against those guys inside. They're very athletic. They have good size. They take care of their gaps, and you got 2 really good linebackers that are able to fill in there as well. And we have a Harrison Central player down. Looks like he has a cramp.
Yeah, certainly a warm night here. It's still warm even here into the second half. As I mentioned earlier, nice crowd here. Look at some of the Big Reds fans across the field on the visitor side. I want to remind you that Notre Dame football is on WTOV9 tomorrow, 2:30, as the Irish host New Mexico. Another season of Notre Dame home football games on NBC, and WTOV9 kicks off with the Irish taking on the Lobos.
We talk about that, Big Red, Bellaire Big Red defense. You look across, that front. You have Quentin Baker, 5'11", 215. Andrew Kalenich, 6 foot, 195. Levi Littell, 6'3", 275. Connor Rosen, 6'1", 240. Colt Sechrest, the linebacker, 6'4", 220. And Trace Sechrest, the other linebacker, 6'2", 200. So,
right.
That front 6, front 7 are, pretty hefty guys.
And good size on that Bellaire defense.
But they move fairly well, too. They've got good, good movement, good athleticism.
Absolutely. Well, they still tend to the Husky player out on the field. We'll take a look at that last drive. And as I mentioned, Cole Porter running the football now from field level. Working his way through again for another Big Reds first down. And Porter not to be denied. Down inside the 10. He'll cap it off. 4 Porter rushes, and it's a touchdown for Bellaire, and they take a 20-13 lead. Nunez is up on his feet, heading off to the sideline.
Yeah, he'll be all right. They just got to get some fluids into him. Stretch out those legs that get those cramps in him. especially the calves.
Yeah, 2nd down and 9, and here is McAfee. Big Reds not fooled. They'll come up with the stop at the 40-yard line. 3rd down and long upcoming. We take a look at it again as
this linebackers coming flowing from the inside out. Right there you can see Sechrest, number 31.
He was there, and
number
also
64.
TJ Bell once again, number 64.
I tell you, he's played a nice game at this right defensive end. He's done a good job of taking on the lead blockers, playing with his inside shoulder, trying to keep leverage on the ball, and flowing to the ball very, very well. So he's done a good job, number 64. He's not a designated starter, but he's seen a lot of action tonight.
Whistle and a flag. The play clock, I believe, hit 0.
It did.
Delay a game. That'll cost the Huskies 5 yards. And
that's the 2nd one they've had tonight.
Now 3rd and 16. Third down and 16 after the delay a game. We got 7:26 to go here in the 3rd quarter. What was working for the Huskies in the first half, you mentioned it during that first half, was some of the crossing patterns in the passes.
Yeah, the crossing patterns have been very, very good.
We haven't seen it just yet here in the 2nd half, but we'll see if the Big Reds made an adjustment to slow that down. This would seem to be a passing down, 3rd and long.
Yeah, it's just. Third and 22.
That's the official down and distance. Going deep. Jump ball, almost hauled in. It's incomplete.
Yeah, he made a good effort on it, but I think if he would have caught it, he would have been out of bounds.
And Carmen with a strong effort there.
Here it is on the Borders replay. Give your playmakers a chance to make a play. That's what that was.
Carmen has a receiving touchdown. That score from Carmen earlier had tied this game up at 13. But now the Huskies in punt formation, set to give it back to the Big Reds here with 6:55 to go. And a timeout called by Anthony Hayes and the Huskies. We'll take a timeout with them. 6:55 to go, 3rd quarter. Bellaire leads it 20-13. Friday night rivals from Wagner Field and Cadiz. Bellaire leads 20-13. Coming out of the timeout, Harrison Central facing a 4th and long. Kobe Mitchell set back in punt formation. Big Reds scored on their opening drive of this 3rd quarter.
End over end.
Kick away, taken at the 42-yard line. And a big hit.
Nice.
By Colt.
Nice coverage by Colt, number 24 for Harrison Central. Did a good job of getting downfield and making that tackle before they were able to gain any yardage whatsoever. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Bellaire Big Reds inside their own 40-yard line at about the 38. It was all run last series, unbalanced line. Ran it with Porter for the score. Here's that unbalanced line again.
Coach Hayes said
to the left.
When it came down to it, he expected Bellaire to want to run the football, and that's what they're doing right here in the 3rd quarter. And Porter again will pick up about 6 on 1st down. Getting another look at that 6-yard pickup and the room he has to run.
Good penetration by Harrison Central, but they ran right by the ball carrier. So bring up 2nd and about 4. 2nd and 4. Bellaire in no hurry. They're taking their time getting to the line of scrimmage.
Clock moving to the 6-minute mark of this third quarter.
It's that power formation to the left.
And that's the way they'll run. Pitch to Porter. And Porter is going to be stopped just short, I believe.
Yep.
Depends on the spot, but looks like he was just a bit short of that first down mark. It'll bring up third down and short.
Good job by Harrison Central, flowing to the outside with Cole Porter trying to get to the outside and get up the sideline on Bellaire's side of the field. But good job by Harrison Central holding that short of the first down mark. It'll bring up 3rd and 1. And I'll tell you, we called Jonathan Vermillion's name a lot tonight. He was in on that tackle, big number 34.
3rd and short for the Big Reds. And it's Porter. First down as he pushes forward up to the 50-yard line. So twofold there for Big Reds. They keep the clock moving and they pick up a first down and they lead by a touchdown.
And this is what Bellaire wants to do. They just want to pound the ball, control the clock, move the sticks, try to shorten the game as much as they can and just wear down that Harrison Central defense.
And this time the fullback, Sechrest, will run it. He's going to pick up 8 yards on first down. Trace Sechrest on the carry.
Yeah, he was their second leading ball carrier last year. He only carried the ball 52 times, but for 397 yards. So that's about 7 yards per pop.
Very tough football player. Fullback linebacker for the Big Reds. 2nd down and 3. And they'll give it to him again. This time will be, get about a yard there.
Going to be short of the first down, so it's going to bring up 3rd and about 3.
Third down and 3 for the Big Reds. Under 4 minutes to go here now in the third quarter. Trenton Wilson out wide here to the near side. He's a single receiver in the set. Roth turns and hands it off to Porter. And Porter, a first down and more.
Wow.
Nice effort before eventually being taken down by Cale McAfee.
A lot of that was on his own. Did a good job of powering over the right side, would not give up. Kept his feet moving. Here it is on the replay. You can see there's a lot of blue jerseys around him, but he's just strong enough to run through them.
Down. We've seen that in this game from Colt Porter. We'll send McCarthy out wide. Now he'll be that single receiver. Power to the left of the formation. He'll go the other way and taken down in the backfield. Nice work by
excellent job.
Huskies defense. Mark Smith,
number 51.
our Scholar Athlete of the Week that we featured at halftime. And here he is making a play defensively.
Nice job play. He played so well with his hands right there. Didn't let the blocker into his body, kept him off, and was able to play off the block, make the tackle for a loss. It's going to bring up 2nd and about 13.
.243 and counting.
They're balanced this time.
Fake the handoff now to Porter, and he's hit. Roth taken down for a sack. Ronald Pauly busts through. Couple big defensive plays from the Huskies defense in a 1-touchdown game.
I'll tell you, he came through unblocked. Number 52. Good job. 3rd and a half a mile.
Two big stops behind the Huskies defense. Can they get another one here and get the football back? Because now, with those 2 big plays, if Bellaire does not gain more yardage, likely forces the punt here at midfield.
3rd and 23.
Empty backfield. Trips to the near side. 2 receivers set up top. Roth steps up, throws across the middle. And it's incomplete. And it's going to be 4th down and long at midfield.
He had a receiver open, and again, he had the ball behind him. And, that's been Roth's problem most of the evening when he's throwing the ball. The ball is delivered very nice, but his accuracy is just off a little bit, He's just not able to get that ball out in front of the receiver.
Punt formation now for the Big Reds. The Huskies force that punt. Roth, quarterback, punt formation, gets it away.
Nice kick, high.
And it's going to bounce and
at about the
take an
14-yard line, 16-yard line.
We'll take a timeout. 1:39 to go in the third. Bellaire holding on to a 20-13 lead.
Is in that Husky lineup right now.
20-13 your score. Huskies with the football, trailing by a touchdown. And the toss to McCarthy, and McCarthy with some positive yards up near the 20.
We got another Harrison Central lineman down. It's number 53, Heath Pizzino, offensive lineman.
Well, stopping the action here with 1:27 to go in this third quarter of play. Well, be sure not to miss the NFL on NBC this Sunday. The Philadelphia Eagles take it on the Atlanta Falcons. You can catch that game 8 o'clock Sunday on WTOV9 on NBC's Sunday Night Football. If you want to see a football game this weekend, just keep it on Fox 9 or WTOV9. Chances are you'll see something. And Bellaire marching band across the way. Absolutely big weekend of college football and some more high school games tomorrow as well. Let's look at Kobe Mitchell. Had the touchdown pass in the second quarter to Trevor Carman, which tied things up at 13. That was our score at halftime. Bellaire scores here on their opening drive of the third and lead it 20-13 during this injury timeout as they tend to an injured Husky. This is Friday the 13th, and of course you could say that's a scary date, but it's actually an interesting anniversary, here in Cadiz, because 17 years ago to the day was the first win for Harrison Central High School.
Very good.
As they took down Wellsville in 2002. Anthony Hayes was on that staff, the head coach now at Harrison Central. That would believe was their third year of playing football, and that was their first win in week 3 against Wellsville.
That's a nice thing to remember.
So yeah, to this day, it was September 13th, 2002. And how about that new high school they have here?
Oh, it's
Harrison
gorgeous.
Central just opened up.
It's up on the hill overlooking the stadium.
There's a look at it with the lights on.
Just a beautiful, beautiful facility.
I'm looking forward to seeing it in person. I've seen the video, the stories we've done. I haven't been in there just yet, but I'm sure I'll get there sooner than later. And it looks just great from the outside, and a great look as it overlooks Wagner Field here.
And I tell you, congratulations to the people of Harrison Central School District and teachers, staff, board members.
Here's McAfee. Back to action, first down to the 30-yard line. That was working early in the game, and it's working again now.
Yeah. I tell you, he popped that one. That was number 4, Cale McAfee. Did a good job of popping that off a tackle to the right, and shows some strength. Once he gets into the secondary, he's able to drag a couple of Bellaire defenders with him.
PNC Bank, first down and 10.
We're under a minute here in the third quarter. There it is again.
McAfee on the carry. He's going to pick up 8 yards on first down.
Same play.
Look again on your Bordas and Bordas replay. A couple carries by McAfee helping pave the way. And it's second down. It's 2nd and 2. 20 seconds and counting here in a quick third quarter. McAfee again this time. The Big Reds say, nah, not this time.
As a matter of fact, he lost a little bit of yardage.
Big Reds defense standing strong there, and that's going to bring an end to the third quarter of play here and Wagner Field.
That was Chase Nolan, number 52, on a tackle, made some real good penetration. Was able to bring the ball carrier down for a loss, It's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
And we head to the 4th quarter. Bellaire leads it 20-13.
The Bordas and Bordas Friday Night Rivals on Fox 9 is sponsored by Trinity Health System, Belmont Savings Bank, West Liberty University, and Casey and Chapman.
Beautiful night for high school football here in Cadiz. The Huskies of Harrison Central trailing Bellaire 20-13. It's 3rd down and 4 for the Huskies offense as we open up 4th quarter action. Mitchell throws complete to Carmen. I think forward progress gives them the 1st down.
Yep. I tell you, that pattern has been open for them in the 1st half. And just a hitch pattern. And Mitchell does a good job of getting the ball delivered on time before that defensive back can recover.
PNC Bank 1st down and 10.
Caleb Cowens checks in for Harrison Central. See if Mitchell's going to put it up in the air on this down. Oh.
They're going to run it and pick up a couple of yards.
Little misdirection. Little reverse action. Here it is. Fake handoff. And
McCarthy again.
Inside handoff. Short gain of 1. Bring up 2nd and 9.
Bellaire not fooled there. Clock continuing to move here. 4th quarter. 2nd down. It's 2nd down for the Huskies. And McAfee tries to spin out of trouble, but he will be taken down for no gain.
I tell you, he didn't make the tackle, but Chase Nolan, number 52, defensive left tackle for Bellaire, did a great job there. The offensive lineman in front of him pulled, and he just got on his tail, and he's right there. You can see he didn't make the tackle, but he forced the ball carrier to change direction. So good job by number 52. Good read, Chase Nolan.
Yeah, forced McAfee to spin inside where the rest of the defense was, and they take him down. So 3rd down and 8 upcoming for the Huskies. Mitchell gets rid of it to McAfee. McAfee on the screen. Is at midfield. Still fighting. He's got the 1st down. How about that effort by Cale McAfee?
Nice call that time by the Harrison Central staff. Did a good job of showing action one way, then bootleg, and then throwing a screen back in the direction of the play action. So good job by Harrison Central staff on making that call.
A nice block out there, too. I think it was Albert Taylor, 78.
Yep.
Helping spring him 1st and 10. Mitchell throws. Carmen catches. And it'll be a 5-yard pickup.
That doesn't look like much, but I tell you, it's a 5-yard gain on 1st down. So that puts him into a 2nd and short situation. And, you know, Coach Hayes on 2nd and short has a lot of options. He can run, he can pass.
It's 2nd down and 5. Huskies pick up 5 on 1st down.
Tucker Colt trap in there, number 24, in one of the wingback situations.
And he'll give it to Colt Trap. There is a flag down, however, and Colt Trap is stacked up, looking at
no gain.
No gain and a hold potentially.
It's the illegal shift.
Illegal shift is the call. Legal shift on the Huskies.
It means there are 2 guys moving at the same time in the backfield.
So they'll mark it back. About 2nd and 10 now.
About the 48-yard line of Bellaire.
Mitchell gets rid of it across the middle.
Ooh.
Duel almost picked off.
I'll tell you, great job that time by number 8 from Bellaire.
Trenton Wilson.
And, you know, he played the ball very, very well, reacted to the ball well, tried to get it at its highest point, and just wasn't able to make the catch for the interception. So it'll bring up 3rd and 10 for Harrison Central at Bellaire's 48-yard line. Double move that time by Harrison Central's wide receiver, but good coverage.
Wilson's had a big first couple of games on the offensive side as well. 5 catches, 99 yards against Garraway. 6 catches for 50 yards against River in the opener. Oh, football is loose.
Harrison Central got it, but it's going to
Mitchell
bring up a 4th down. That's the first time they've got to Kobe Mitchell for a sack. And fortunately, Harrison Central was able to recover that fumble and not give Bellaire excellent field position in Harrison Central's territory at the 45-yard line.
Look again. Pressure comes in. Backside, the hit there. And Luke Farmer.
Mitchell, normally the punter, is out of the game.
McAfee will kick it this time. And picked up on the bounce at the 22-yard line, and Porter will take it out of bounds, and we'll take a timeout. 7:49 to go in this one. Bellaire leading Harrison Central 20-13.
At Bellaire Local Schools, our goal is to educate the whole child, starting with our 5-star preschool. We incorporate sports, art, and music with our many student clubs and organizations to provide both leadership and learning opportunities. We integrate STEM programs at all grade levels with makerspace STEM labs in both our middle and high schools. Our comprehensive high school curriculum, career tech programs, and close working relationship with organized labor make sure that our students are ready for the workforce right out of school. At Bellaire Local
20-13, Bellaire leading the Huskies of Harrison Central. Big Reds with the football following the Harrison Central punt. We have 7:49 to go. Bobby Roth under center.
That unbalanced power to the right.
And once again, it's Cole Porter running the football, and Porter is at midfield. Porter to the races. He's gone.
Wow.
Touchdown, Big Reds.
That's a big, big play for Bellaire.
66 yards. Here it is again on your Bordas and Bordas replay.
Great blocking by the right side of that offensive Bellaire line. And right there, Porter shows a little bit of speed, is able to split 2 defenders and take it to the house.
He has been a difference maker tonight. It's 26-13 with 7:36 to go.
And he goes right back because he's going to be the conversion kicker.
He is the kicker. And Porter will try to make it a 14-point lead. The kick is up.
It's good.
And that kick is good. Porter splits the upright. 7:36 to go here. It's now 27-13. And Porter has both second half touchdowns for the Big Reds, as they have taken a 2-touchdown lead. Be sure to catch everything high school football on the WMC Tri-State Medical Network Sports Friday. We bring you all the highlights with the most comprehensive coverage in the Valley. We'll be at all the big games each week, no matter where they are, with the touchdowns, picks, hits, and excitement. The WMC Tri-State Medical Network Sports Friday. Friday nights, 10:30 on Fox 9, 11:10 on WTOV9. Bill Phillips, Julian Pelusi, myself, and Kate Sechrest. Cole Porter goes 66 yards. And another look from ground level.
I'll tell you, nice hole right there. No linebackers converged. That formation may have confused Harrison Central a little bit. He didn't have somebody covered, and Porter was able to hit that uncovered spot. Good blocking by the right side of that Bellaire offensive line, too.
Leaning on the run game here in the second half, and it has worked so far for the Big Reds. The kick, though, will
out of bounds.
Bounce. Look, yes, it will. Look like it might spin back in.
That'll be placed at the 35-yard line. So pretty good field position for Harrison Central on this next offensive series.
Let's see if they can answer. Still some time left, 7:36 to go.
There's a lot of time left in this game. Harrison Central has over 7 minutes and 2 timeouts remaining.
Ball to 35, as we mentioned, 1st and 10. It's McAfee, who's had some nice carries here in the second half. Get a couple of yards there on 1st down.
And again, number 52, Chase Nolan, getting up from the pile.
We've called his name a number of times tonight.
Also number 60 is in there, Levi Littell. He's a senior, 6'3", 275.
Well, Nolan's a 5'10", 255. Less than 7 minutes to go. There's the flag thrown. Backfield.
Oh, Harrison called timeout before the clock ran out.
So that'll talk things over.
Yeah, they were going to be called again for another delay of game penalty. They've already had 2 in this game, so that would have been a 3rd one. But Coach Hayes did a good job calling timeout before they were penalized 5 yards.
Well, next week's Friday night Rivals game of the week featuring New Philadelphia traveling to Steubenville. The game will air 11 o'clock next Friday night on Fox 9. Both the Quakers and Big Red off to strong starts in 2019. It's Friday the 13th and a full moon above Wagner Field.
Beautiful night.
It has turned out. Obviously very warm kickoff, and but it's turned out to be a nice night for football here at Wagner Field. As I mentioned, Friday the 13th. That's 17 years today. Harrison Central picked up their first win in school history against Wellsville, week 3 of 2002.
Well, let's see if Harrison Central can do anything there in a 2nd and 8 situation.
Second down and 8. Coltrap will run it. Nice run by Tucker Coltrap.
Got the 1st down, I think, if he gets a good spot.
Very close.
I think they're going to mark him a little short.
Big Red's player will be slow to get up. We'll have an injury timeout here. Down on the turf at the 40-yard line. Nice run, though, by Coltrap. And while we have a moment, also want to remind you of next week's Saturday Night Rivals game of the week featuring Edison and Steubenville Catholic Central. The game will air 11:30 on WTOV9. That'll be next Saturday night. We got 2 games for you next week. Week 4 of the high school football season. First, Steubenville and New Philadelphia. And then Edison and Catholic Central. It is hard to believe it's going to be week 4 of the high school football season.
Yeah. I mean, you wait so long for the season
we
to
say
come
it every year.
Go bang, it goes so like
fast,
that.
So fast.
That was number 60, Levi Littell from Bellaire. Going off the side of the ankle injury, it looks like.
Huskies did get the 1st down, so it's a PNC Bank 1st down and 10 for the Huskies. Trailing by 2 touchdowns, clock moving, 6:40 to go in the 4th. And Mitchell will air it out, looking deep. It's incomplete. That'll stop the clock. 2nd down and 10.
That was number 3 on the coverage, Cole Porter.
Who had the 2 touchdowns here in the second half to give the Big Reds a 2-touchdown advantage. Big Reds looking to go to 2-1 on the season, with a trip to John Marshall coming up next Friday night.
Ooh.
Nice work defensively for the Big Reds there. Getting in the backfield, I see Sechrest times 2, along with, as we mentioned a few times, Chase Nolan
Chase Nolan, he's been in there a lot.
5'10", 255-pounder. And the Huskies will call a timeout. 6:20 to go. Facing a 3rd down and 11. Actually, a timeout, injury timeout. Player down there around the 45-yard line. Harrison Central trailing right now by 2 touchdowns. We got some Major League Baseball coming up. It's pennant fever.
Ooh.
Absolutely. The Detroit Tigers, Cleveland Indians. You can watch that game Thursday, 7 o'clock on Fox 9. The Indians battling for the division title still. They entered tonight 4 games back of the Twins. Also right in the thick of the wild card race. I believe they're just a half game out with the A's and the Rays also battling for those. There's 3 teams battling for 2 spots basically with just a couple weeks left. And it includes Indians, which you can watch on Fox 9 Thursday night at 7 o'clock. Of course, the Rays, who are battling in that playoff race with the Indians, have a couple of Ohio Valley natives on staff. Paul Hoover from Steubenville Big Red, the Major League field coordinator. I had a chance to talk to him earlier this season at a game in Cleveland. And Stan Borowski, also from Jefferson County. He is the bullpen coach.
He's the Dina boy, I think, Borowski.
Yes, and he is the bullpen coach. He's been there for a while now. So, anyway, playoff baseball is near, and the Indians trying to get in. Big game on Fox 9 Thursday at 7 o'clock. They are continuing to attend to the injured Husky at the 45-yard line. We got 6:20 to go in this game. The Huskies are facing a 3rd down and 11. I mentioned Bellaire will be headed to John Marshall in week number 4, while Harrison Central will be here against Union Local in week 4. Mark Spigarelli's squad taking the lead here in the second half. There's Cole Porter with a score to break the 13-all tie. It was 20-13 after 3, and then here's Porter with a big 66-yard touchdown run to extend things out to a 27-13 lead here.
I don't think anybody has touched the ball offensively for Bellaire other than Cole Porter.
I mentioned it earlier. Remember, Coach
half.
Hayes, you know that Bellaire's been throwing the football a little more this year. We've seen him throw it some tonight, but as he said, when it comes down to it, when they need something big, they're going to go to the run game. And Colt Porter, we've all seen Trey Sechrest come up with some big yardage as well for Bellaire.
And, that adjustment that Bellaire made at halftime, going to the unbalanced power formation, has been a big, big help for their running game here in the second half.
The injured Husky is on his feet now, which is certainly good news. There's 6:20 left to go. I did not quite see.
Can't see. Check his number.
But hoping for the best for him. And just obviously more than the cramping issues we saw earlier.
Yeah. This looks like an upper body injury of some sort. Looks like he's holding his arm or wrist.
So when they resume play, the Huskies will be facing a 3rd and 11 with 6:20 to go, down by 2 touchdowns. The injured player off the field. We will return to action. Single receiver set here to the near sideline. Mitchell under center, hands it off. McAfee battling for the extra yards. Nice run. 9-yard pickup, nearly 10. He might have the first down.
He is a strong runner.
Heath Pizzino, the injured Husky.
He was hit a couple of times.
Yeah, here's a look at that replay with McAfee.
Looks like he's going to be brought down right there, but he's just dragging people with him.
Outstanding effort. PNC Bank, 1st down and 10 on the McAfee run.
That injured player, I think, is number 53, Heath Pizzino.
Right.
And we certainly hope that he's okay.
Here's McAfee once again, hit in the backfield, still battling. Look at this.
Wow.
McAfee eventually taken down.
I tell you, Bellaire just aren't wrapping up. You know, they're trying to bring him down with arm tackles. He's just running through those people. He's doing a great job of staying on his feet, squaring up his shoulders to the goal line and running north and south. Good job. Cale McAfee, 6'1", 190.
He will get a well-deserved break on the sideline here. 2nd and 3. Run it again. Pull trap, 1st down. So the Huskies methodically moving it down the field here.
Yeah, that was number 21, Lee Spinagle.
Well, Spinagle in there, number 21.
Getting some fresh legs in there.
Spinagle will check out. McAfee back in.
Back in.
So Spinagle does his job in place of McAfee for a play. Spinagle with senior. We'll swing it out to Carmen. Carmen looks to make a move. Take it to the 30-yard line. 4.5 minutes and counting.
Number 5, Trevor Carmen. What Trevor needs to do is just stay out there. Don't bring it back to the inside because you're going to be running into all of that pursuit. Go one-on-one with the defensive back. Try to beat him and get as many yards as you can that way.
2nd and 6. Sticking it onto the ground game. There's McAfee. It's a 10-5, and he's into the end zone for the Harrison Central touchdown.
Wow.
With 4 to play, it's a touchdown game.
I tell you, that play has been so good for Harrison this evening. It's been a constant positive gainer for them. And that time, Harrison Central's offensive line blocked it very, very well. And number 4, that's Cale McAfee, did a good job of getting to the hole, squaring up to the goal line, and then outrunning the defensive secondary of Bellaire in for the touchdown.
Madzai on to attempt the extra point.
No good.
Kick is wide, and it'll be an 8-point game with 4 minutes to play. We'll take a timeout. Bellaire in front, 27-19. Harrison Central pulls to within 8 points thanks to Cale McAfee. McAfee impressive on this last drive. This a 31-yard touchdown run as the Huskies get to within 8.
I'll tell you, great job that time. Give a lot of credit to the offensive line of Harrison. You know, that's Matthew Smith, Heath Pizzino, who was on the sideline with an injury, Hayden Stull, Mark Smith, and Ronald Pauly. So good job, you guys.
And Big Reds alertly snagged that football at midfield as the Huskies were trying to get it back quickly.
There's another Harrison Central player down.
And Colt Sechrest on the recovery for the Big Reds. You're right, injury timeout at midfield following the onside kick attempt. Big Reds will have the football at midfield, up by 8 points. Well, News 9 is now on Alexa, providing news and weather updates. Keep up on all the news that's important to you. Just install the Alexa app on your smartphone and search WTOV News 9, helping you stay connected, helping you stay informed, whether starting your day or ending it. News 9 on Alexa, just another way that News 9 is everywhere. Huskies had the answer there, pulled within 8 on the McAfee touchdown run. Big Reds will get some good field position here at midfield when we return to action after they tend to the injured Husky.
I'll tell you, that's one thing
midfield.
that Harris Central can't afford is to get some key injuries like this. Their numbers are down. They don't have a lot of depth, and once you start getting down to your second and third teamers, you're talking about sophomores and freshmen that have seen very, very little, if any, varsity plays.
And We mentioned the Big Reds looking to go to 3-1. They'll be playing at John Marshall in week 4. The Huskies will be back here taking on Union Local. This is the 3rd year for that new turf here at Wagner Field. Certainly a different look, a great look here with the two-tone gray that we've been seeing tonight across the field. Lots of new teams around the area, schools around the area with the new turf, including Indian Creek, who debuted their new turf tonight as well at Kettlewell Memorial Stadium. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back. 4 minutes to play, 27-19. 27-19 is your score. Bellaire leads Harrison Central here in the 4th quarter. About 4 minutes to play. Huskies have the football coming off of a lengthy injury, a timeout, and a Husky player taken off on a stretcher. And certainly our thoughts and prayers with the injured player and
his family too.
His family, obviously, hoping for the best here as he gets the care he needs. And when we resume here, it's going to be 2nd down and 6 with about 4 minutes to play. And that injury came off of an onside kick attempt, which Bellaire recovered near midfield. And the Big Reds offense will be on the field here. Actually, I believe scoreboard said 2nd down. The sticks say 1st down across the field. Yeah, it's been a while since we've been playing. It's 1st down.
This is the first play after the
onside kick. So 1st down and 10. The Big Reds holding an 8-point lead. And they're going to run it.
And run it, and run it.
And yes, they will. They want to keep that clock moving. Huskies have 1 timeout left that they could spend if needed. Caleb Pitchford on the carry. I wanted to see.
Yeah, they've got Colt Porter out of the game right now.
Yeah, Pitchford in the backfield. Second down and 6.
There's that power formation again.
And the Big Reds waiting for that play clock to wind down. Take as much time off the clock as they can. Hand off to Pitchford once again. Picks up a couple of yards. The clock continuing to move.
It's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Third down.
I'm sure Coach Picarelli would like to see, his offense get a 1st down and not give Harrison Central another opportunity to score.
And they'll run it. Going to be a bit short. It's going to be 4th down upcoming.
It's going to be 4th and about 3.
And the Big Reds will call a timeout. 2:35 to go. Huskies trailing by 8 points. We got 2:35 to play.
So what do you think, Rob? What's Coach Picarelli going to do? Is he going to go for it or kick it away?
Well, maybe lean on that offensive line and try to help seal this thing. We'll soon find out.
Kick it away.
Be safe, right?
Make Harrison drive the.
Yeah, that's probably what will happen. Anyway, we're going to remind you about News 9 Sunrays weekday mornings. Fox 9 now from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Join our team Nathan Shutt, Jeff Exline, Jessica Haberly, Bill Phillips, Kate Seifert, Tara Jabor. And they're going to play it with the punt. And it's going to take a little sideways bounce to the 21-yard line. So the Huskies about 79 yards away from having a chance to tie things up.
We got 2 minutes and 25 seconds and 1 timeout left.
Yes, they do. First down and 10 for the Huskies.
See if their trigger man, Kobe Mitchell, can get them downfield and score in the amount of time that they have left to go in this game. A lot of time left. There's no need to hurry or panic.
They're going to throw it complete to Vermillion. And Vermillion, oh, he had it. It's complete. Nearly a first down. It'll be second down and short. 2nd and 1 for Kobe Mitchell and the Huskies.
Harrison Central's short passing game has been very effective for them this evening.
Quick throw out.
Again.
It's completed to Carmen. Carmen will stiff arm. First down and more. Down the sideline. He's at midfield.
That's a good job. Instead of going back to the inside like he did on last series, he was able to work on the defender one-on-one, broke a tackle, got it upfield for good positive yardage near midfield. And he was going against Colt Porter.
1st and 10. Huskies on the move. 2 minutes to go. They've got 1 timeout left. Down by 8. Mitchell across the middle. Nunez. Big hit across the middle. He holds on. First down. Wilson applied the hit. Nunez held on.
Yeah, these receivers are doing a good job of holding on to the football. And Kobe Mitchell doing a good job of getting them the ball.
1st and 10. Mitchell fires complete. Carmen. Clock will continue to move. 1:36 and counting. I'll hurry back to the line. Again, they have 1 timeout to work with.
They need to hurry a little bit.
Down to 120. Vermillion will split out wide here to the near side, and Carmen's your receiver up top. Mitchell, under some pressure, gets away, throws it, incomplete. That'll stop the clock. Looking for Vermillion with 1:09 to go. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
Tell you, Mitchell did a good job of avoiding a sack. Number 53 from Bellaire was putting the pressure on him. And that is Connor Rosen, defensive tackle.
So 3rd and 5 upcoming for the Huskies here with 1:09 to go, down by 8 points. Big Reds with 2 second-half touchdowns from Colt Porter. Huskies have pulled within 8 here on the Cale McAfee touchdown run. Mitchell throws it complete to Carmen, and he's out of bounds. That'll stop the clock at the 23 with 1:05 to go.
Tell you, Harrison Central doing a good job getting the ball to their wideouts, and those wideouts making a good job of catching the football and then trying to get out of bounds to stop the clock.
Mitchell pumps, gets rid of it, going towards the end zone, incomplete.
I tell you, they were trying to double move that time with number 5, the wide receiver over there. That's Trevor Carmen, putting a double move on the defensive back, but the defensive back from Bellaire didn't bite on it, kept pretty good coverage. And Mitchell did the good thing of throwing the ball over the head of the intended receiver and the defender as well. 1 minute left to go.
2nd down and 10 for the Huskies. They still have that 1 timeout left in their back pocket. Vermillion and Carmen are your receivers. I'll split McAfee. Out. Mitchell in trouble, and he's going to be taken down to the turf. Ball's loose. Picked up.
And Bellaire recovers. And I'll tell you, who was it on the sack? Number 64. We've talked about him all night. T.J. Bell.
T.J. Bell. What a great play. We'll check it out again on your Bordas and Bordas replay.
Right there.
Bell strips it. Ball's on the turf. Trying to see who picked it up there. There's I believe that was 53 for the Big Reds, Connor Rosen. So big defensive play, but a player is down, I believe.
I think Harrison used her last time out, Rob.
Again, one more thanks to Howard L. Bowers Contracting Company Incorporated for hauling our new HD production trailer to the site here. Appreciate all the work to get us where we need to be with our new high definition trailer that we are bringing you these broadcasts in this season. So the Big Reds now can take some knees here.
Yeah, they don't even need to run the ball. Just snap it, take a knee. Get into that old victory formation.
I mentioned it earlier, the Big Reds will be on the road again next week as they head to John Marshall. The Huskies will be here against Union Local. Roth under center. Takes the knee.
They may have to do it one more time.
It'll be 4 wins in a row for the Big Reds over the Huskies in this series. Certainly a tight ball game throughout. Both teams coming up with some big plays. With the Big Reds coming up with a defensive play late. That's going to allow them to hold off the Huskies in this one, 27-19.
I'd say I give a lot of credit to Coach Hayes and the Harrison Central Wildcats. They did a good job, had a good game plan going in, mixed the run and the pass very well. Just weren't able to do it when the time came. And also to Coach Picarelli, he did what he had to do in the second half, and that was get into that power formation and run the football.
Run, run, run. Colt Porter 2 second half touchdowns, and it is a final here from Wagner Field in Cadiz. The Bellaire Big Reds come away with a 27-19 victory. For our entire hardworking crew behind the scenes tonight, and my partner, the coach, Rich Walensky, I'm Rob Metzger. Thanks so much for joining us. One more time, Bellaire 27 to go to 3-1 in the season. Harrison Central drops to 0-3. They scored 19 tonight. Have a great night.